Hello, everyone. What will you experience after your human vessel passes away, die? The human vessel is destroyed by a happening or by aging, and the body can't fulfill the tasks at hand to sustain life, and the body and brain passes away. The soul, your consciousness of your awareness, will pass over. Suppose a person has a car accident, and the body and brain die. On that moment, the soul will stop projecting consciousness more or less in your body, and the soul will observe your physical body and what is happening to your physical expression of energy. As awareness, you will float next to your body or look at it from above. On this moment of passing over, you cannot reason and you do not remember who you are. This makes dying or passing over, as we call it, a very tranquil process. You just observe everything that is happening to your physical body, because also how you died is an experience, and as souls, we want to gather all information we can, and we do. Our observer is not in our brain and not in our body. The observer is always our direct conscious part of our soul is aware. On the moment of passing over, you just observe. Then suddenly you will be pulled to another location, a location of a funeral, cremation, or even a ceremony by the thoughts of the loved ones who are still on it. Again, you will observe everything that is happening on the funeral, cremation, or ceremony. You can hear thoughts, see people who are saying goodbyes to you of your previous life. Again, to gather all information about this life, we observe automatically what happens to us. How long it will take for a passed-over soul to use the conscious awareness of the soul again is different for all souls. With one, it goes quicker than another soul, depending when you are ready for it or not. Normally, we observe in a human life, direct with our conscious part of our soul, without our senses. This happens on a high energetic frequency. That is the reason why we can observe in life, as well as after we passed over. Our human life happens in the apparently material dimension. Everything looks real. Still, it is an expression of energy we are dreaming. Because of the cause and consequence in repetitive cycles, we experience life as a constant. That means we see life as a reality. However, it is still an important dream. That gives us the opportunity to experience a seemingly material. When we pass over, we will come into the in-between dimension. This is the dimension between earth and heaven. Heaven is the immaterial, pure, positive dimension. The soul is always present in this in-between dimension and can't be part of the apparently material dimension. That is why the soul projects consciousness into the human vessel, to become a part in this dream and to play its part. Our senses are like a filter over our awareness and works on a low energetic frequency. This means that we can't use this in the in-between dimension, because our senses, just like the apparently material dimension, happens all on a lower to make things simple for our soul. And we can see, hear, taste, smell, and feel, and that creates the so-called reality. When the sole focus of attention is in the in-between dimension as we passed over, we first only observe as told above. After this, we start to reason and to remember with our conscious part of our soul on a high energetic frequency. That is the reason that after you passed over, there is no panic. Again, real passing over, you feel an incredible love surrounding you. This is happening because you feel the connection you have with oneness. All energetic awarenesses have an individuality, and on the same time, they are all connected to each other. So in the in-between dimension, you feel this incredible love around you, and you feel very comfortable. This is also depending on how large your ego perspective has grown in life. You start to learn how to remember your previous life, last life, with your conscious part of your soul. You start to reason again, and slowly you become the same perspective and personality. You are as you lived your human life. You are literally the same person as you were in life. Only you don't have a physical body anymore, but an esoteric body, a body of energetic light, because everything is created from energy. You will notice that when you think about a loved one on earth, you will be there too, and you can observe this loved one doing his or her things on earth. Or when a loved one speaks to you in thoughts, you will hear them and be there to communicate. Only the loved ones on earth rarely understand, sense, or hear you. When someone on earth, a loved one, thinks of you, you think of this person and vice versa. That is how we as souls are connected. You can even split your consciousness again and talk with more people on the same time. As soul, we can do so much more. When you think about a place you visited in the past when you were alive, you can visit it again, to see it again and float around in the streets, beach, or whatever you like to visit again. When a loved one is thinking about you with thoughts, you can hear the thoughts too, because we don't have the flat, simple senses we had on Earth. After a while, you will feel an urge to move on and to go back home, to heaven, because the love is drawing you home. This happens also depending on how large your ego perspective has developed. Can you let go of the loved ones? Can you let go of your possessions on Earth? Can you let go of the ego perspective? You have taught yourself and was taught by Earth. Also, the loved ones on Earth have to let you as passed over soul go too. When they hold tied to your being, your soul will stay longer connected to Earth because of the loved ones. Many people experience the passed over loved one talking to them, which is really necessary. Some people have a big trouble of letting go the passed over loved one and pull them constantly back to Earth. This can take a while because the loved one has to accept that you have passed over and moves on in her or his life. Better is for a loved one to accept right away that you passed over and focus again on positivity in their lives. When you let go of the loved ones on Earth, the possessions and Earth, you are ready to move on your journey to heaven. When your loved ones let you go, you will go into a next phase of passing over. This phase is called the path to enlightenment. When people really get enlightened in life and die, they will immediately merge with the higher self and enter heaven, the immaterial, pure, positive dimension. To be enlightened means that you bring your conscious part of your soul. What is your awareness and equals all your thoughts, memories and formulation of thoughts unto a pure, positive, angelic level. We humans are all reincarnated angels. Believe it or don't, still it is true. That is the reason why we have to bring our thoughts back on the angelic level of formulating all the time pure, positive thought. Thoughts are energy patterns moving in space. When you formulate positive thoughts, you create your awareness to vibrate energetically on a high frequency. When you formulate negative thoughts, you create your awareness to vibrate energetically on a low. In a human life, most people create more negative thoughts than positive thoughts. This will cause a split soul between your awareness and your higher self. Your awareness is vibrating energetic on a much lower frequency than your higher self. The higher self is your angelic, pure, positive awareness. The voice of the higher self can be heard by your intuition and conscience. That is how you can know why we are angelic beings from origin. Before you were born, your soul split into a conscious and a subconscious part. The conscious part is your awareness, your formulation of thoughts, memories, and everything we learn into our memory, not in our brain, because the brain is an expression of energy to give form to our thought. At birth, the awareness is cleared from memory of previous lives, and in total cleared from your soul's life, so you can start living this experience fresh and clean. In some cases, young children can remember past lives because they have still a good connection with the higher self. Some can tell you some interesting details of real past lives. That is another story for another time, which you can find in previous answers about past lives. What is balance in yourself? Balance in yourself is to bring the thoughts of your awareness on the same level as the higher self-awareness is thinking. A difference in thoughts will cause negative emotions and bad feelings as a signal to tell you that you are not on the positive path in life. Transform your negative thoughts into positive thought. What equals the same thoughts as your higher self, and you will create positive emotions, and you feel good, balanced, and positive again. You are then on the right positive path in life. It is a guidance to help the soul to find its way in a human life. We only lost touch with this guidance system of the higher self. This balance in thoughts of your awareness and the higher self is also called enlightenment, to create one soul again. When your awareness formulates positive thoughts the same as your higher self does, then your awareness vibrates energetically on the same high frequency, just like Jesus has told us to. When you are born, you are one eye, one soul. When you grow up, you become two soul and ego. When you die, what will you do when you are two? We explain this later. We need long explanations because it is necessary to understand what happens when you passed over. You see that we have never been told the truth. That is why we have such a lack of information about this event. The enlightened persons after death will pass over and merge with the higher self and enter heaven. They are home. This is the quickest way to go back home to heaven. The normal persons in life who has formulated positive thoughts in life, which is called thoughts and actions upon by the perspective of the soul. And they have on the same time formulated negative thoughts in life, what is called thoughts and actions by the egoistic and greedy ego perspective. The ego perspective is always the creator of negative thoughts. Most people have this split soul and can't merge with the higher self and can't enter heaven. Negative thoughts creates negative emotions and feels bad or sad. Positive thoughts creates positive emotions and feels great. How you feel is always a result of the thoughts you have been formulating consciously or subconsciously. A positive thought is good for you, and on the same time it is good for all people on the world and good for nature. This is the only way to create balance in yourself, balance between all people and balance with nature. The people who have a split soul, they will go into a next phase after they passed over, in the between dimension and let go of their loved ones in earth. They will have to become enlightened as an angel. Otherwise, you can't enter. Believe me, this is the best place to be. These people, most of you, will experience that our fears, worries, and other negative emotions which are based on negative thoughts and indirect actions in life will repeat again in new dreams. Again, to give you a choice. To choose a positive thought or a negative thought. When you choose a negative thought, the dream will repeat itself, perhaps slightly in a different way. You will see all the wrongdoings and consequences in your life until you choose the positive thoughts and reach enlightenment. That means that you choose pure positive thoughts that equals your higher self. When you do, you cause your soul to become, that means that your awareness and higher self vibrates on the same energetic high frequency. The higher self is then able to merge with your awareness, and now you will go into heaven, the immaterial, pure, positive dimension that vibrates on a high frequency. Then you are able to remember all previous lives, including the total life of your soul. Enlightenment is the key to enter heaven. As I explained also in the Gospel to Heaven, the real path to heaven in my first pinned answer in my profile on Quora. Children are helped by spirit guides to go through this process. No one is alone. All humans have at least 2 spiritual guides. Only most of you don't know this because you are all busy to enjoy yourself to get what you want, instead of evolving as a human being into enlightenment. Spiritual development means therefore the development of negative thoughts into positive thoughts in your perspective. That is how you can evolve in life. Then you have people who embrace the occult, Satanism, and made very egoistic decisions in life by killing, deceiving, destroying, etc. These people have a very large ego perspective, and they will need many centuries to restore their soul as well. They will often choose again and again negative thoughts. They will experience a kind of hell because they created this experience by their expectation. Everything that you desire, wish to experience, consciously and subconsciously, will immediately manifest in the in-between dimension. So thoughts have consequences. In this last group of passed over soul, you have also souls of a human life or other lives from other planets that chooses to stay negative, egoistic, and destructive. They desire to keep their influence in life on certain people who connects with them through blood rituals, sacrificing and others. We call these the fallen angels, the angels who desire not to return to heaven. They don't want to do the effort to become enlightened. They are the creators of negativity in life, which are performed by humans in our society to make our civilization more and more negative, evil, and bad. These are the people who desire power, possessions, and oppression by force and negative action. They want to pull other souls into the same fallen angel situations as they are or will be. In the end, everyone will come back to heaven. That is our natural state of being of everyone. That is why it is said, God forgives everyone. When you choose to go to heaven, do the effort of becoming enlightened and embrace pure positive thoughts, you will return to heaven. This is all the real judgment of our lives. No one will escape their thoughts and actions on earth, like Jesus said. The first in life people with a large ego perspective will be the last in heaven, which is true and confirms these statements again and again. God forgives everyone, but do you forgive yourself? Then you have what is called repentance. Repentance means to become enlightened, to do the effort to develop your thoughts into pure positive thoughts. That is repentance, something so easy, so misunderstood by many. False prophets, there are many. It is your decision to find out who is right and who is wrong, how more enlightened you will be, how more awakened you will become, how more you will see the truths in life. Religious scriptures, books, movies, and even mainstream media all are rewritten for power and control. Many untruths are told and spread to keep you trapped into a repetitive cycle without transforming your negative thoughts into positive thought. Why is this nowhere mentioned? Because the people with power don't want to share knowledge and wisdom. Negative people are easy to enslave and positive, happy souls are not. Last point, a hell does not exist as the opposite of heaven. This is very logical. A human being, a soul, and even a fallen angel as soul, all are constructed from a harmonious energetic intelligence and being. This can only happen in a harmonious and balanced positive dimension. It is only the thoughts with free will that makes the difference, the thoughts we choose to embrace, positive or negative thought. Still, the body and construction of the souls, or a human vessel, is all angelic perfection. The same as with humans, we are part of our own angel being projected as consciousness in a human vessel. All humans are equal, only the thoughts they choose with free will are different. Do you see what I mean? We choose positive thoughts or negative thoughts. This decision decides who we will become in our awareness, a good or a bad person, or somewhere in between. Still, humans are part of the developed intelligence, angelic, pure positive dimension. Otherwise, we cannot even exist. Therefore, hell does not exist. The opposite of heaven is real chaos and no intelligence or being can. Some of us will experience a hell as they have embraced evil thoughts in life. They will manifest this in the in-between dimension like a dream. You will reap what you sow. Most people forgot that at every situation in life, you have a choice to formulate positive or negative thoughts. A human life was created for our souls. This means that a human life is in fact the school for the soul. To experience a material life with fun and enjoyment, to learn from the experiences, to create new experiences, and to evolve in the end. We lost our guidance and control of our thoughts. When you don't master your thoughts, you don't master your feeling. Most of us want to embrace, hide, avoid, and even justify negativity in life instead of transforming negativity into positivity. This is the biggest problem in life. What has created our unbalanced world? Read my words and study them, which I have described in my answers, and you see that everything interlinks and is connected on this way. Still, it is your choice if you want to do something with it or not. Share it, communicate about it, and inform each other to help each other. Choose well. With best regards,